trip to Spain, entirely dedicated to photography, was a turning point for me, was the push that made me fall in love deeply with the medium. I've always traveled whenever I could afford it, but a question started creeping in. Have I ever truly looked at what was in front of me? That question really made me doubt all of my previous travels and mistakenly made me wonder if traveling was a good thing. Maybe I never traveled before starting photography, or maybe I was just moving around. I was like a ship tossed by the waves of the sea. I know it might sound a little bit dramatic, but I'm also enthusiastic because the whole experience, as I'm gonna show, was very cathartic. Really, many things went wrong. For example, the chest mount that I got for this action camera, I left it at home. Why? Because I thought it was maybe too intrusive, so I opted for a strap on the backpack shoulder strap, and the result was a disaster. But none of that could distract me from the main goal of this experience, which was, of course, to observe. This trip, in fact, was way longer than the previous one that you might have seen on my channel, and was because I wanted to force myself to use all of my new gear. I got a Fuji X-E4 and a couple of lenses that I never really explored before this trip, the 50mm and the 75. Until then, I only relied on my Ricoh GRIII, which is a 28mm, as you know, but it no longer suited the style that I wanted to approach. So you can imagine now that everything from the system and the lenses was very new to me. The 50mm felt very natural since the very start. It's probably the lens that I used the most. The 75 was a surprise. I knew that it was entirely different, especially from the 28mm of the Ricoh, but I wanted to seek shapes, to slow down. Even in the most crowded places, I wanted to find a meaning and a reason to use this lens. Spain was no stranger to me. I spent a few days in both Barcelona and Valencia, which are must cities to visit if you are an art lover, but for a beginner photographer maybe Barcelona was too cliché, so I choose Andalusia, which is the autonomous region in the south of Spain. I spread my 12 days between Malaga, Granada, Jerez, Cadiz and Seville, but at the same time I really didn't want to have this trip to be too monotonous, so I decided to add 3 extra days in Madrid. Well, we will discover that maybe it wasn't the brightest choice. Yeah guys, I'm fucking dumb. I've dropped the Ricoh. As you can see, it doesn't seem to close very well now. Malaga is a gem. It offers a surprising variety of scenes within a few minutes walk. From the Roman theater in the old town and really just minutes away from the sea, or maybe up to the Castillo de Gibralfaro, which is my very first real stop of this trip. That first encounter with local architecture really struck me hard, and it really pushed me to photograph more the city center. Since the very early morning, Malaga showed itself for what it really is, a very alive city. It definitely deserves hours to be calmly photographed, and that's what I gave it. However, there's another reason why Malaga is well known and recognized. It's Picasso's birthplace. I don't think I have to elaborate here, still I had to visit the museum. Back to the sea, I mentioned it before, and the 75 really allowed me to take the pictures that you are gonna see and that you are seeing. It wouldn't be possible without it. It really forced me to look not what was just in front of me, but even further.
Lord, let this moment last for another year. Though today has ended, the night's still young, I'd say. Lover, don't go away. Let it be the thing that I am longing for. Let's fly out from Manhattan.
It looks like I found a way to have it in place without the chest mount. I'm using basically the backpack, and I mean it's not that comfortable because it's very tight, but I mean we'll do the job. I do some research and I discovered the existence of the Soho district, which is an area dedicated to street art basically. And yeah, the weather wasn't really on my side that day, but it's still worth visiting. But if you find yourself in Malaga, there's another must-see, which is the Mercado de Atarazanas, and that's where the Ricoh GR3 really shines.
On va aller à droite, là-bas, on n'est pas allé.
This is madness. I am sorry to interrupt you in the middle of the video, but I have no sponsors. I am independent in everything that I do, so I just wanted to let you know that I have a shop with the presets that I daily use to edit my photos, and even the photos that you've seen in this video and that you're gonna see are edited with my own handcrafted presets box. So if you feel like supporting, keep in mind that. And also, since this journey has been so magical, I had to create a digital zine, so I made it very cheap for everyone. And yeah, that's it. Sorry, have fun, keep watching. Well, it's time to leave Malaga, and with the very first train in the morning I arrive in Granada. The city immediately feels aligned with my photographic style at the time. It's more active, less dispersed, and I feel like there's more culture in there. I walk toward the center as well, and almost immediately stumble upon the celebration of May Day, the Labor Day, which is very felt holiday in Italy too. At this point, a voice inside of me really keeps telling, use the Ricoh. But as I said in the introduction, I want to force myself to use the new gear and the new lenses especially. You might think it's wrong, the 50, because of a lot of people, but I just want to grasp a couple of details. So I keep the 50mm on, and I try to seek visual references and add volume to the shots. I mentioned before the culture of the city, and Granada is home to the Alhambra, or maybe Alhambra is the heart of Granada. It's a breathtaking complex of gardens, fortress, palaces, and it's amazing. It is very chill. The view over the city is something else, and it fascinates me deeply, and I decide that this whole area will be my focus for the next day. The plan is to... there's a river here, which is very famous, it's very suggestive, so I'm going there. Then tomorrow I will wake up early in the morning and I will take the bus that will bring me to Sacromonte and Albaicin, and I will spend the day there. Today I will stay basically around the city center. That's the plan. I think I got her. I think it's a nice shot.
Well, let's wait for the... So we are all together?
Oh wow. Yep. Yeah, Granada is great. Very, very nice. Once I descend again to the city, the Arabic influence becomes even more visible. There's a market named the Alcaceria, which really reminded me of my time in Morocco. I don't know if I got it. Some reflection going on here. Let's see. Nice shape over here. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I'm so glad I was recording. I think we got a great shot here. If we got that, yeah, we got it. So that child was way too far. I don't think I got it in focus. Or maybe I did. Yeah, it is. Whoa. As I said, the higher part of Granada really deserves a whole day of exploration, so I take the bus and I reach Sacromonte, which is called the Gypsy Town, if I remember correctly. On arrival, of course, the neighborhood is deserted. That's probably because of the bad weather, but not really a problem considering what my goals are for this trip, so I slow my pace and start observing. moved slowly during that morning. I spent hours just looking, at times without even taking pictures. I was just enjoying my time there and living. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, this is nice. This is very, very nice. I love that. Wait. Well, at this point of the trip, I really start to feel the physical strain. So I decide to let the instinct guide me. And basically, I found myself immersed in nature, far away from the city center. Yeah, I am in the middle of nowhere now. I've seen a cat here. Let's stay prepared. I know he's waiting. There we go. And what I find is a small world apart. Abandoned warehouses, household items discarded along the streets. And it's incredible how photography already has taught me how to enjoy even the smallest details, like boots forgotten inside a wooden crate. Sadly, it's time to leave Granada. I have a 5 hours train in front of me to reach Jerez. And at this point, I really take a step back from photography, take some space for myself and to breathe. I used this day to visit the cathedral, the Alcazar, and also to recharge my batteries, both mine and those of my gear, and start planning for the day ahead. I wake up really early in the morning, and with an hour train I arrive in Cadiz. How good is that, guys? I love everything about the sea. The smell, the color, which it doesn't have any color really, but you know what I mean. Sorry guys, I ran out of battery on the DJI and I'm in this castle which contains a few exhibitions, a few very interesting actually. Here the sun and the light in general is something that I have never seen before. It's probably because it's a port city, and wherever there's the sea I find the most magical colors in everything. Again, I wake up very early in the morning, and this time I take another train but to Seville. Seville is majestic. The very second that I arrive, I recognize its greatness. It's a city full of history, and it's very clean. Seville is not just elegant. In fact, I quickly discovered the Barrio de Santa Cruz, where I spent some time wandering through the narrow streets, and I fall in love with the warm colors, the details of the walls, and especially the way people dress. They wear traditional clothes, they play instruments, it's amazing.
El año pasado medio año, 6 meses, ella pues la gente con novio, tiene pareja.
Then suddenly I remember something that a friend of mine told me after his own trip to Seville: you need to visit Plaza de España. And here everything starts to go a bit off track. And so here I am. I'm in Madrid. It took me way a lot more time than what I thought. Probably because of the train that got suppressed. I had to get another train in Seville, and you know, it was a mess, but we are here now for the next 3 days. I'm here with the Fuji X-E4 with the 50 and also the Ricoh GRIII, and I think it will come at handy. We will need it. But let me take it step by step. No offense to my Spanish friends, but Madrid didn't feel like Spain at all. Tall buildings, commercial avenue, disguised as tourist attraction. And you know, maybe it's my fault. Maybe I wasn't ready to embrace the beauty of the cities. Maybe I was too tired from the previous days in Spain. But I gotta say, I didn't feel anything that reminded me of the Spain of the Andalusia. Yeah. But that said, there are several reasons to visit Madrid still, and one of them are the museums. I think that they have probably the most beautiful museum that I've seen, the Reina Sofia and the Prado. But if there's something that I really appreciated in Madrid, it's the Retiro Park. Probably after the few couple of days surrounded by the buildings, the tall buildings, the park opens up into nature and it's very peaceful. A lot of young people, lot of old people. It's magical. That's it. That's the end of our trip in Spain. As I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, this journey turned out to be a life-changing experience for me. I now live with a new creative energy, and the light has never been so vivid in my eyes. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it will inspire you to do something like I did, to just start